Welcome back to Process Planet. Today we're taking you deep inside one of the most controversial and tightly controlled manufacturing worlds on Earth, the snake leather factory. From raw serpent skin to a polished luxury jacket worth thousands, this is the complete step-by-step transformation that few people ever witness. Let's walk through the full process, exactly as it happens behind factory doors. The origins of snake leather. Snake leather has become a high-end material for luxury fashion, prized for its natural patterns, glossy scales, and rarity. But the journey begins long before a designer sketches a jacket. Strictly regulated farms raise specific species, most commonly pythons, under controlled environments. These farms must follow global wildlife trade laws, ensuring each skin can be legally traced. Once the snakes reach maturity, the skins are harvested, inspected, and preserved for transport to tanning facilities. This raw material is surprisingly delicate. It must be cooled quickly, packed properly, and shipped within hours to avoid natural decay. What arrives at the factory is not yet leather. It's fragile biological material that requires skillful handling. Receiving and sorting the skins. Inside the factory, workers begin by sorting the newly delivered skins. Every piece is logged with tracking numbers, length measurements, and an inspection grade. The grading determines the skin's price and final purpose. Premium skins go to jackets and handbags, while lower-grade pieces may be used for wallets or belts. Specialists check for imperfections. Tiny blemishes, such as scratches, broken scales, or natural scarring, determine how much of the skin can be used. Only the cleanest, most symmetrical patterns move to the top tier. Rehydration, bringing the skin back to life. Snake skins arrive salted and dried from the farms. Before any treatment can begin, they must be rehydrated. Workers place each skin into large soaking tanks filled with cold water and softening solutions. Over several hours, the skins absorb moisture, regaining flexibility similar to their natural state. This phase is essential. If a skin is too dry, it cracks during processing. If it's soaked incorrectly, the scales may loosen. Precision and timing here directly influence the quality of the final jacket. Fleshing and cleaning. After softening, each skin is passed through a fleshing machine, a device fitted with blunt rollers and gentle blades. Its purpose is to remove leftover tissue and excess membrane from the underside of the skin. This is one of the most delicate steps. Human operators guide the machine slowly to avoid accidental cuts. Too much pressure, and the blade slices through. Too little, and the remaining membrane weakens the leather later. When finished, the skin is clean, thin, and ready for tanning. Tanning, turning skin into leather. Tanning is the chemical transformation that prevents the skin from rotting and gives it durability. Snake skins undergo a specialized tanning process that differs from cow or goat leather. The skins are placed inside rotating drums filled with tanning agents, often chrome-based or vegetable alternatives depending on the factory's formula. The chemicals penetrate every layer, stabilizing the fibers and locking the scales to the skin. This process may take several hours to a full day. When removed from the drums, the skins are soft, pale, and flexible. They no longer behave like biological matter. They are now true leather, ready to receive color and character. Dyeing the scales and patterns. Because snake leather has natural patterns, the dyeing process is highly artistic. Workers use either full immersion dye baths or hand application techniques depending on the jacket design. Luxury brands often demand custom colors, deep blacks, iridescent greens, metallic golds, or rare gradient effects. Each skin is dyed carefully so that the natural scale pattern remains visible. Too much dye, and the pattern disappears. Too little, and the jacket looks washed out. Some factories use airbrushes to highlight the edges of scales, creating a richer, three-dimensional effect. After dyeing, the skins are dried and conditioned with oils to maintain flexibility. softening and stretching. To ensure the leather can be shaped into a wearable jacket, the skins undergo mechanical softening. Powered rollers press and stretch the material, loosening fibers and enhancing elasticity. Unlike cow leather, snakeskin stretches unevenly. Technicians must understand the grain of the scales, adjusting tension so the skin doesn't tear. This stage determines how smoothly the leather will drape across the jacket's structure. Quality control and matching panels. Snake skins are naturally unique. No two pieces have identical scale patterns or color variations. Because a luxury jacket requires multiple panels, sleeves, front, back, collar, workers must match skins carefully. A quality control team lays out dozens of skins on long tables, grouping them by color intensity, pattern consistency, and scale size. Matching is an art. The goal is for the final jacket to look harmonious, as if the entire piece came from one continuous skin. Each selected skin is then trimmed and prepared for cutting. Cutting the jacket components. Cutting snake leather requires both precision and respect for the natural pattern. Designers create templates that avoid major scale transitions or imperfections. Skilled cutters trace each piece by hand, following the layout that preserves the best areas of the skin. Using sharp blades, they cut the leather slowly to avoid snagging on scales. Every cut must be smooth. Mistakes are costly because snake leather cannot be patched without being noticeable. Stitching the jacket together. Snake leather behaves differently from regular leather under a sewing machine. The scales can catch on needles, and the thin structure requires reinforced stitching lines. Expert tailors assemble the jacket panel by panel. The inside seams are backed with soft lining material to protect the delicate leather. As each section comes together, sleeves, torso, collar, the jacket begins to take shape. The final assembly includes attaching zippers, pockets, and interior lining. Because snake leather cannot be bent repeatedly, tailors must keep the jacket supported on soft forms during construction. Finishing touches. Once stitched, the jacket enters the finishing department. Workers gently buff the scales, apply protective coatings, and polish the surface to achieve the signature glossy sheen associated with luxury reptile wear. Some jackets receive a protective resin to strengthen the scale edges. Others are left natural for a softer, more organic texture. After final inspection, the jacket is packaged with humidity-controlled materials to keep it pristine during transport. The journey to luxury market. From here, the finished jacket travels to fashion houses and boutiques around the world. What started as a raw snakeskin, fragile, imperfect, and almost unusable, has been transformed into a premium fashion item worth thousands of dollars. Every step of the process requires specialized skill. Tanners, dye experts, cutters, and tailors all contribute craftsmanship passed down through generations. Outro. And that's the complete journey inside a snake leather factory, from raw skin to a finished luxury jacket. If you enjoy deep dives into manufacturing and the hidden worlds of industry, make sure you return to Process Planet for more fascinating breakdowns.